Switching the flow, pause drop, flip the switch and it go. Look at you, shit is sickening, bro. Shit is stuck with your goals. Henny flow from the VIP, we ain't stuck with the roads. Henny flow from the VIP, we ain't stuck with the roads. Why? Take money, leave at the fake money. We'll take breaks from the money, from the money, from the big money. Take money. Leave at the fake money. We'll take breaks from the money. From the money. Right? Dogs, nigga.
Mase and Cameron, man. I seen Mase through the Don DeMarco up there.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying Mase might come to URL, get one of your gunners. You know, it's a lot of things.
Yeah, he said he wants to battle some of the new guys. This is what he's saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that? Is that real? Or is Mase trolling? What's going on?
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Him versus Saga, I'm hearing. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I would love it. Him and Saga would be dope. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would love for Mase to come through. He's a music legend. You know what I mean? He's made some hits, and you know him coming, bringing his profile over to the URL and testing himself on the highest level in front of the world would be dope. Would be a real demonstration of hip hop spirit. And I would love to see him over here going against. There's a couple of people he could battle. He could battle Rock. You know, he could battle Briz Rothstein. He could battle Saga. He could battle, you know. I don't know, man. Who you know, you guys could give me some suggestions on who he could battle.
Yeah, you gotta get somebody.
He could battle. Rum Nitty said he wanted to battle him. You know what I'm saying? Rum said he wanted him too.
He said somebody like Chess, cause Chess and Saga, like the way he did with Saga.
Yeah.
He told you take Mase to church, man.
Yeah, that would be good, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have have expressed interest in battling.
Sure, definitely said, yeah.
But I mean, yo, Mase will come over, do the 5-contract deal. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Murder, listen, man, don't break the bank, man. You know what I'm saying?
Move, man, we need to move back too, man.
But Mase, listen, man. I was talking about Murder Mase, but you know what I'm saying? Yo, Mase. But no, we need to move back too. But Murder Mase, I'm talking about Mase. So listen, man, don't break the bank, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mase is up already.
Right?
Mase been up.
For the culture, man.
Do it for the culture. I mean, we got some bread for you, Mase. But I know this isn't about bread. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was about bread, we wouldn't even be having the conversation with Murder Mase one. Mase, man, listen, man, come. Over here, you could be Murder Mase, man. This is where you gotta murder people at. Come on and show this. This is for hip hop. Yo, listen. Mase, you already a legend in the music world, bro. You got classic joints. Did that. Had the battle with Cameron, dope battle. You know what I'm saying? Now, all you have to do is conquer battling live on the main stage in battle rap. And then the cypher's complete. So the door is open.
And I definitely wanted to talk about, you know, you guys bringing B-Dot back to the URL, bringing him to the URL for the first time in the West Coast, man. Him and Emerson Kennedy had a dope battle, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I think it was his third. He started talking to Smack too, man. He started, you know, telling you guys about yourselves and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he threw a couple shots at you guys, man. Did that bother you guys, like when guys come at y'all like that? And...
Nah, man. I mean, to be honest, I didn't hear it in the building because I was kind of running around, but you know, I heard about it later after, of course. I mean, it comes into territory, you know what I mean? I mean, that was what he was supposed to do, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's the biggest opponent that he could have ever stood in front of so far, you know what I'm saying? It's challenging URL and Smack or whatever. But I mean, you know, he had his chime, you know, he wanted to be on for a while, so he got his opportunity and he took advantage of it, and it's a great angle. I mean, we're talking about it now, you know what I mean? So it'll probably end up being the biggest battle of his career, you know?
I mean, B-Dot though, I'm not gonna lie, he's had some good battles. For him only having like, I think this was like his 9th or 10th battle, he's had some very impactful battles and everything like that. What do you think about him as a competitor though? Like him actually,
he was dope. I thought he was dope. I thought he was dope, man. I thought he showed up, you know what I mean? He came and performed on the highest level. You know, and I thought that, you know, it was actually one of the most entertaining back and forth battles on the card. You know, I mean, I thought all the battles were good on the card, but I definitely felt that their battle was strong. Emerson Kennedy was not no slouch.
Not at all.
He was not a punk bitch. He was, you know what I'm saying? That boy showed up
He matched his
ready
intensity.
to kill. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, the two of them put on a great show. You know what I mean? And again, it just showed a lot of different things that I thought were key. You know, one, you know, it definitely showed that, you know, it doesn't matter who the opponent is, you know, because, you know, no slight to Emerson, but he's not as well known as B-Dot, and he hasn't been battling in like a year and a half. And for him to show up and have a debatable battle with somebody who's actually out on the circuit right now battling shows that, you know, at any time, any person can come in and win. And it shows that there's absolutely nothing wrong with a proving ground, because that actually was his toughest battle to date. I would say, in terms of a back and forth battle, it was probably his most competitive battle and probably his best battle that he's had so far. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show, and it worked out for all of us, because, you know, he definitely brought some value to us on the West Coast, and he's somebody that the people wanted to see. They're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? He definitely increased his profile, and he got a chance to show that, you know, he can perform and do well. And, you know, he got...
Was this a PG though? Like, was
yes,
this...
it was
okay.
a PG.
Oh, it was
yes.
a PG. Okay.
Definitely was.
Okay, that's what's up.
It wasn't announced or advertised on the card. And if you know anything about URL or you watch us, sometimes we have guys that are in the PGs that coming up, open up cards and surprise battles and stuff like that. And that definitely was a PG. You know, he was aware of it, he knew it. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, man. It's okay. It's cool. He got it out the way. He knocked it out. He did his thing.
Yeah, that was like a little fight, you know, to make it happen. Do you feel like moving forward now, like you having B-Dot doing this PG and things like that, there's no more like, okay, everybody kind of has to go through the process. It doesn't really matter what you've done and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just, like, you know, as I've said before in other interviews, I've seen guys battle on other platforms with other names, but it's not the same. It's not the same level of pressure, and it doesn't mean the same. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It doesn't matter who you battled or what guy you took or what opponent you took. You have to battle them here where it counts. You know what I mean? This is a different type of pressure. You know, and it's a different size room. It was a lot of things that he had to really endure to really show that he was ready for this. And I think he's showing those the beginning steps that he is ready to battle on URL. You know what I mean? Now maybe the next step is for him to battle in front of a tough crowd in New York City. See how that goes. You know what I mean?
I spoke to B-Dot. He's saying like that's what he wants to do. He wants to come out here.
I'm sure, because he's a talented person. So I would like to see him on a Born Legacy. You know what I mean? And then see how he does there and see how he performs there. And then maybe possibly down the line, maybe get him into an Irving Plaza, see if he can handle that type of environment. You know what I mean? So there's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot of growth, but I think he's on the right path. I think he had a great battle. And despite him attacking us in the third round, you know, it was a great round for him. And he utilized our platform in the way that he was supposed to make a nice impact for himself. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of us, it's all good.
Are we gonna see more B-Dot now? Is that official now? Are we gonna see a lot more of him?
We haven't spoken about what his next matchup will be. You know, I know some of the guys on the team may have spoken to him, but we haven't really had that sit-down conversation with him yet as to what his next matchup will be. But I mean, as long as it makes sense and the people want it, you know, we're down to do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, you definitely would, if the question you're asking me is if we would book him again, yes. If it makes sense, we would definitely book him again.
Okay. One of the biggest battles, you know, I spoke to you guys this when Polite was debating the rabbi and everything like that. Hey, we was talking about him and Saga then. You know what I'm saying? A couple things transpired. He battled Loso on bullpen with John and everything like that. You know, and they kind of had some of that conversation that a lot of people wanted to hear. But you know, a lot of people wanted to see him and Saga on URL. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To really shut it down and everything like that.
I think that would be a great battle, and I would love to do that battle. So I mean, if he's with it, you know, I can call Saga, see if he's with it. that's something I would like to do. We just have to figure out on what platform would make the most sense. Would it be Born Legacy? Would it be Smack Volume 2? Would it be, you know, something else? You know, we just really have to figure it out. But I would like to do that battle.
And speaking of Saga, when I did speak to him and I asked him about the Loso, he said, nah, it was a great battle, him and Loso, but he said there's still certain things I need to talk to him about and everything like that. So, do you think with Saga no longer being NWX, do you think he still is able, you know, to still give us that energy and things like that? Cause,
I think so, man.
You know,
I speak to Saga often. He's very intense about what he does, and he really wants to get back in the ring. You know, we're just trying to find the right opponent. I think B-Dot is the one. If B-Dot doesn't want to do it, let's get Emerson. You know what I mean? Because they both had a debatable battle. You know what I mean? They could have gone either way. So I think either one of them can present a challenge and a threat to Saga, and it'll push his pen, make him really go. You know, something to be motivated for.
What do you think about just on B-Dot, his style, and him like being more of a guy who, I guess you could call him in a sense a conscious rapper, or in a sense like that, where he's not just going to talk about, you know, gun bar you or whatever like that. He'll try to break you down on the spiritual level and you know, metaphysical level, or go into those aspects. I've never really seen too many guys, you know, really have that style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you think about his content and what he brings?
Oh man, I mean, anytime that somebody can get creative and give you some knowledge, man, it's always, you know, it's always an added value to it. You know what I mean? I'm into all types of shit, man. I like the gun bars, I like the violence, I like the knowledge. You know what I mean? It all depends on what I'm listening to. You know, I look at battle rap as music. You know, some days I'm gonna listen to Public Enemy, and then some days I'm listening to NWA. You know what I mean? Two total opposites, but you know, they still have the same vibe and the same energy and intensity, and the message is delivered in the right way. So, you know, I enjoy it. So I'm interested to see on how he can adapt and continue to, you know, deliver his message without it, you know, without people getting tired of it or saying that it's just one side of him or one angle of him. I'm interested in the progression, you know, to see how he does and what he does. So, you know, who knows, man? You know, we might be announcing that Saga and B-Dot. Smack Volume 1, Saturday, December 9th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are no tickets, no venue. You cannot get in. The way you watch these battles are on pay-per-view at watchbattlelive.com. That's watchbattlelive.com. Log on today, purchase your pay-per-view stream. The stream is A1 if you watch Traffic 3. You know the quality that we're coming with. The battles are going to be fire. Make sure you log on and support, man. We need everybody to log on and watch these battles and support them. And this is how we're able to continue to bring you this level of entertainment, man. URLTV.TV, the worldwide leaders of MC battle culture. You can't copy.
All my wrists is frogs. All my